Was the show real? There's some real aspects to it, yeah. You deserve so much better. I did deserve better. Yeah, of course I'm better looking than Ken. That's a given. I actually have my hair.
I'm trying to be respectful and not make it harder on him than it already is. And when he texts me, I'm trying to be respectful to Ken.
You do you. Everything's fine.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard's estranged husband, Ryan Anderson, is speaking out and spilling the tea live on TikTok. Ever since Gypsy announced her separation from Ryan and ran back to ex-fiance Ken, everyone has been anxiously awaiting for Ryan Anderson to speak out about what really happened between he and Gypsy and what it was like being married to her. And recently, he has done exactly that, but not without some pushback from both Gypsy and her sister Mia. So here's what happened. As of last week, Ryan has gone live on TikTok multiple times to discuss things happening in the new Lifetime show, as well as answering some questions from commenters. So let's take a look at some clips.
Like I said, I'm not going to be mean to Gypsy. That's just not me. I'm not going to do it. Gypsy's sweet. If y'all know Gypsy, y'all know I'm telling the truth. Gypsy's a doll. And I loved her. So Julissa, hey, how you doing? But she's mean to me? I mean, what, because they did a fridge tour? I mean, you know, it is what it is. I mean, do I hide food? No, there's no food hidden in my place. Like, I don't know. That's, you know, was my refrigerator dirty when she cleaned it out on the last episode? I mean, it had Tupperwares in it, and I got mad that she threw all the Tupperwares away. Like, I'm a guy that doesn't like to waste things. So, wasting Tupperwares, I pulled the Tupperware out and threw out the food. Like, the food didn't matter. It was a Tupperware, so it is what it is. I'm wearing the jerseys now because I always wore jerseys. But in the show, you couldn't wear jerseys. So you couldn't wear jerseys on the show for copyright reasons. So I didn't wear them, and I wanted to. I asked them, like, guys, can I wear jerseys? And they couldn't do it. They couldn't get permission. So, you know, it is what it is. Yes, I'm still a teacher. I'm out on summer break. Let's see. Number is leaked. Well, I wonder who leaked it. I mean, I hate that. If people leak my number, that's terrible. Why would y'all leak my number? Is what it is.
Now, these are clips from Ryan's first ever live stream. And although Ryan says he's not going to talk bad about Gypsy, things get real messy after this live stream. And I wasn't able to screen record this part or find a clip of it, but Ryan talked about how Gypsy has multiple fake social media profiles so that she can comment on other people's videos about her. And Ryan talks about Ken.
Like I said, I am better looking in person. I'm not the great picture taker. Never been a good picture taker, honestly. But I just exude confidence. So all y'all think that, like, I'm creepy and stuff. No, I'm just confident. I'm just confident. Like, I like me. I like who I am. Was the show real? There's some real aspects to it, yeah. Let's see. You deserve so much better. I did deserve better. Honestly, I did. I was, yeah, of course I'm better looking than Ken. That's a given. I actually have my hair. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Sorry, Ken. That was wrong. I'm going to probably hear about that one later. I do have more hair than him. I do. Yeah, I do. It's real hair, too. But I'm not going to get into that. Look, my beard, I have hair than him already on my beard. But guys, I'm not here to bash him either. I'm not. I'm trying to be respectful.
Now, someone's going to ask Ryan if he's still in communication with any of Gypsy's family. And this is important because we saw in the Lifetime show that Gypsy's father, Rod, told Christy to basically stay out of Gypsy and Ken's business. But as we know, she didn't do that.
I'll talk to you. I sent her dad a Happy Father's Day text. Because he meant a lot to me. You know, he was good to me. So I did send him a Happy Father's Day just to tell him that I respected him. Always have. And he said, thank you, same here.
Now, during this first live stream, Gypsy actually joined the chat because Ryan was discussing if he and Ken were to wrestle or fight, who would win. So Ryan says that he would win, and then Gypsy responded that Ken would win.
Do I think Gypsy was manipulated by Christy? No comment. But that should answer your question right there. Yeah, am I going to fight Ken? He doesn't want to see me. Just honestly, I'm a big dude. He doesn't want none of this. It wouldn't even be close. Like, wouldn't even be a question. I'd yank his hair out. Just playing. Don't take it personal. I'm just playing. No hair having mother. Anyway, not even gonna play. I'm a big dude, so it is what it is. They can crack on me being big, whatever. Did I get my family ring back? That'll be on there when you see on the show. And you'll see.
Then Ryan pans the camera over to Pixie and says, "Hi, Gypsy, you want to see your dog? Here's Pixie." Then she asks the question, "Do you have any regrets in our marriage?" Ryan didn't initially see that comment, so he didn't respond, but you will see it pop up in the chat. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any screenshots of Gypsy's comments because she has me blocked. So on TikTok, I'm not able to see when she comments during a live stream, and I wasn't able to find any clips of this. Now, the next thing Ryan's going to discuss is how he lost his teaching job being in a relationship with Gypsy.
Yeah, I said radiology. Guys, I used to work at a hospital before I started teaching. Like, I got a history degree. That's what my degree is, history. And I didn't want to teach right away. Like, I didn't know if I'd like it. I had a buddy who I graduated with who loved teaching, and he'd always be like, "Ryan, you need to go teach. You need to go teach." So I did other things beside teaching before I was ready. And then when me and Gypsy got together, I got a teaching job. Like, it was my first one, and they ended up letting me go because they found out about my relationship. Me and Gypsy were just dating at the time. Actually, we might have been engaged at that point. Let's see. Let me think. I'd met her, and yeah, we got engaged. We were engaged, and they let me go because of it. It was a Christian school here in town, and they let me go because of it. And that is the only reason they ever let me go. There's been rumors that are so blatantly untrue. As a teacher, guys, y'all realize, like, you can't play around with stuff like that. But I did get let go because of my relationship with Gypsy, and that's the whole truth. But then we got married, and then I got my current teaching job that I've had ever since. So.
Now, Christy Blanchard, Gypsy's stepmother, has taken full credit for getting Gypsy and Ken Urker back together. Because as we know, when Gypsy was incarcerated, she and Ken were engaged, and then Ken caught off the engagement. Gypsy has said that Ken gave her every reason in the book as to why he could no longer be with her, including that he didn't like all the media attention. So when Gypsy first got out of prison, Ken contacted Christy and said that he wanted to set the record straight on why he broke up with Gypsy, and now says that it's because he wanted her to find herself. So here's what Ryan thinks about Christy getting involved in he and Gypsy's marriage.
Yeah, like, there was no reason for Christy to keep in touch with Ken. Absolutely. Like, guys, that was so disrespectful to my marriage. Like, you have no idea. And, that night, I will tell y'all this. That night when I got home from work, I called Rod about it. No, thank y'all. I called Rod about it, and we had a long talk. And it was one of those where we had a long talk. And, he promised me that Christy wouldn't do that again. He promised me over and over. He said that would never happen again. And guys, we all know how that turned out.
Now Ryan's going to address all the people saying that he's a clout chaser.
It's been hard. Like, I gotta realize I really love Gypsy. Like, my intentions were pure. My heart was pure. I was in it for the right reasons. Guys, it's funny. I see comments where people say I'm a clout chaser and things like that. Okay, let me tell y'all something. I was with Gypsy for how many years? 3. And married for 1 year and 8 months before we had any issues. All right, 1 year and 8 months. Did I ever do a TikTok video? No. Did I ever do lives? No. Did I ever do anything like that? No. Because like all I wanted was her. Like I didn't need the fame, didn't need none of that. I still don't need it. You know, the show's out. I do have followers. I do have people who give me stuff, like, not give me stuff, but give me comments and views on my videos, which is great. I won't say no to that. I mean, it's great. But like, that was not my intention of being with Gypsy. It was never my intention. Like I said, I never did any videos, never did anything. You know, I find it funny that the moment Gypsy and Ken get together, Ken starts doing videos and starts doing lives with Gypsy. I mean, that should tell you something. Me and Gypsy never did a live together because didn't need that. Like, all I wanted was her. But I'm not gonna judge them because here I am doing a live. Like, I ain't mad at her.
Now that's the highlight reel from Ryan Anderson's first ever TikTok live. And after this is when things get messy. Because after Ryan ended his live, Gypsy and Ken went live together and they discuss Ryan and how Ryan was texting Gypsy.
I'm trying to be respectful and not make it harder on him than it already is. And when he texts me, I'm trying to be respectful to Ken. So I'm not going to text Ryan and have this whole back and forth thing going out of respect for my relationship with Ken. We're going through a divorce. Emotions are going to arise, but we don't have to speak on it. We don't have to talk about it. We don't have to tell each other about it. That's part of the healing process. You want to talk about it, go to a therapist like I do.
At the same time, I know that you're going through a process right now, and communication is kind of inevitable. So I let you have your space. And
Lawyers to talk though. That's what the lawyers are for.
Yeah, you do you. Everything's fine. Ken, why am I shaking? I got restless legs. I just bounce.
It does. I'm wicked at night.
Can't sit still for too long. Tell her that I'm in it for the fame. It's so true. I just addicted to it. Like I can't without the camera.
And of course, after that live stream, Ryan responded in a TikTok video.
Hey guys, just sitting around and got a couple random thoughts. I did my first live today and it was cool. I enjoyed that. But that being said, guys, it's very difficult for me to stay respectful. Okay? I'm getting to the point where I'm about to not be respectful. Okay? Yes, I did text Gypsy during her live with Ken tonight. But Ken, don't let her fool you. She called me last Saturday talking about she missed me, and of course I miss you. And she said a lot of other things too. But I'm not going to go there because I want to be respectful. You know, and it's funny, she doesn't text me back to be respectful to her boyfriend, Ken, but she had no respect for her husband, Ryan. And it's funny, Ken sitting there, you do you. You believe that? You really believe that she's being respectful? Okay. I got receipts too, babe. So we can go there, and plus, yeah, we'll let the lawyers handle it from now on. We'll let the lawyers handle it. And believe me, they will handle it. Take it easy.
Now, Gypsy's half-sister Mia is also on TikTok, and typically during her live streams, she doesn't like to be asked about Gypsy or to talk about Gypsy, but she did after all this drama happened. So here's what Mia thinks about both Ken and Ryan.
I hung out with Ken yesterday. Actually, me and Andre hung out with Ken yesterday. Andre said he likes Ken. I like Ken. We were able to spend some time there after our photo shoot. I was live yesterday while I was getting ready a little bit, while I was doing my hair, and Gypsy came in for a minute. But Ken didn't get there until like right before we got back from our photo shoot. So hung out with him and Gypsy while the debate was going, and met his dog Parker. I don't miss Ryan at all. Always looked irritated by him. I'm gonna say like him, no comment. LOL. Just wasn't a fan from the very beginning. I think I've got that. I don't think he was a big fan of me either. So
yeah, I don't really think anyone in Gypsy's family, maybe besides Rod, was ever really a fan of Ryan. I think that from the very beginning, they didn't want Gypsy and Ryan together, and Christy weaseled her way in to slide Ken back into the picture and destroy Gypsy's marriage. I think once that seed was planted of the idea of Ken being single, it was all over from there. I think it became easier for small issues within their marriage to become huge problems, and it became easier for Gypsy to rationalize stepping away or stepping out of her marriage. And don't get me wrong, I saw some things during the show that would irritate me as well that Ryan did, but I think that Christy really overstepped her boundaries when it comes to telling Gypsy about Ken and communicating with Ken. And I honestly think the more that Gypsy and Ken push back on Ryan, he's going to start to get more and more comfortable speaking out on things. He's already done like 4 or 5 live streams since his very first live stream. And I'm going to put all the most important clips from those live streams in a separate video just because I don't want this one to be super long. I really struggle with uploading the longer videos because I make all of this from my phone, so I gotta keep them a little bit shorter. So make sure you guys subscribe because you are not gonna want to miss what Ryan has to say next. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Please do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up. And if you'd like to watch the Life After Lockup show, I do live stream that every Monday over on my TikTok account. So be sure to go over and give me a follow, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.